What kind of test? Yo, 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 what's happening, Ustream? You guys are always the first ones to come in. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to bring in the rest of the crew, which means I'll be bringing in Google Plus, the Facebook people, the peoples at Facebook that tend to have a page but then don't post, don't communicate, don't talk. They just faces without voices. And then we're going to be popping Twitter in. That's my peeps. That's probably my favorite channel where people communicate constantly about everything. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. This is the show before the show. This show is about finance, your career, your finances, your money, your investing. It's about how to grow your business, grow your brand, and make yourself more valuable in the marketplace. I've been interested in this space for 30 years now. Candy's with me today. Candy, you're looking so good.
Oh, why, thank you.
You got the little thing going on the top of your head, man.
What,
you kind of look like
boofer?
It's like a Protestant kind of bun or something.
The little pebbles?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of pebbles.
It's kind of pebbles.
You're looking great today.
Thank you.
What have you learned from my wife this week? Anything new that you've learned from her? Those pearls of wisdom she drops?
No.
Come up with something.
Let's see.
See, Candy hadn't learned yet how to make stuff up on the fly.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you just go ahead and throw it around.
Okay.
I know a lot of you out there want to meet Candy, want to talk to Candy, want to find out more about Candy, and
I'm kind of an enigma. You know, you can't really figure me out.
Look, this show is not about enemas, okay?
I never said anything about an enema.
I can't believe you would degrade yourself to saying that you
I
need
said
an enema.
enigma.
Oh, you're like
an enigma.
Hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, it's always great to have you. I always like your input. I think that you ask questions here and have disagreements with me that much of the audience would have if they were able to communicate with me. So I really appreciate you being here.
Oh, yeah.
Just to give those of you who've been following me an update, I've been on the road quite a bit. I just got back from Raleigh doing a seminar there called Closers, the Closers Workshop, where we focus for 4 hours on closing the sale. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale at Nova Southeastern University with my friends there at Wayne Huizenga School of Business, doing a similar workshop on closing, negotiating, how to actually get what you want in life closed, finished. You know, I was talking with my office this week, and I'm like, man, we got so many unfinished things right now. So many things sitting there close, you know, that they're just not, bang, they're just not done.
What was that?
They're just not done, right? They're just not finished. So, and that comes from not being able to close either a cycle, some project you started, or a client that you want to do business with. So for years, for probably 30 years, I've had this frustration with unclosed clients. I mean, I'm thinking about one guy right now that I've been trying to close for probably 8 years.
Can you give us a name?
Starts with an M, ends with an R.
Okay.
I've been trying, they're in Utah.
Okay.
And I've been trying to close this client for so long, got so close, and still don't know, even after I proposed, why I didn't close the deal. So regardless of how good you get at closing a deal or negotiating, there's still going to be those enigmas like Candy where you can't figure out how to close it, okay? We just came out with this. This is something that just happened last night on both for Androids and for iTunes. We took my Close to Sale app that was originally priced at $200. That's right. And hit number 17 on iTunes when we came out with it at $200, and people thought I was crazy, insane, crazy for putting an app out there at $200. But look, everybody that downloaded that app can tell you they got 50 times their money's worth out of that $200. There's a guy coming into Miami next week. He's going to make $300,000 this year in sales. As a salesperson, not as a manager, not as an owner, not as a manager of the company or a division. He's going to make almost $300,000. He got that app and paid $200. We took it down to $30. We have a free version of it, but it's limited. You don't get access to everything. So last night, my office, John Lamb and Sherry, convinced me to take my app to $4.99. It hit top 5 on iTunes last night. It just got open at the Android Google Play Store. So right now you can get Close the Sale app for $4.99. It's got over 100. I mean, if I told you actually how many closes it has in it, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm just going to tell you it's got over 100. 225 is a real number.
Woo.
It's got every objection a list of every single objection you will ever hear from a customer. I don't care what you sell: financial services, cars, furniture, retail, intangibles, tangibles, gym memberships, fundraiser. I don't care what you sell. Trying to raise money for a movie, it will show you every objection, every stall, every problem that you will have. It'll give you hundreds of different ways so that you have to close that transaction, to overcome that objection. It's going to show you the top 20 reasons people don't close, and it's going to show you the top 10 barriers, the things that stop you from closing. Extremely, extremely valuable app. It's not a toy. It's not Angry Birds. It's not some dumb tool that you're just going to blow off. Okay, it's $4.99. You own it for life. I upgrade it every month with new content. Get it, because it will only be there for a limited time, and I'm going to take it back to $30. So let's see, what else do I have going on? What else do I have going on?
So why do you want this one client in Utah so badly?
Because my heart, man, I gotta have this client. I don't know why I don't have this client. I'm left in this mystery. Like, why didn't I close this deal? I've gone there, flown there, sent people there, talked to all the people. I've just missed something. I missed something. It's not the money. Maybe it is. See, I just don't know. And man, when you're left with that, because I don't want to repeat the mistake. He's a big client, great name. I want his business.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This show's about getting people in a position to win in their career, winning at finance, winning in your personal life and at your job. Look, you spend a lot of time at work. And this show also helps me kind of like dissect and learn how I can win more. I mean, I've gotten so much out of this show, doing this show every week. Like really clarify my own stuff. So, hey, let your friends know on Twitter. I'm at Grant Cardone. Follow me at Grant Cardone. Let them know. CardoneZone.com. Just put in www.cardonezone.com. I'll see that you tweeted there. On the breaks, I'll be actually mentioning those of you who are following me or tweeting about the show. Cardone Zone, hashtag Cardone Zone. My name's Grant Cardone. Man, I want to help you. I want to help you make more money. I want to help you in your career, your finances. I want to help you. I want to help you. Because when I help other people, hey, somehow I help myself. Put my camera down a touch. That. Oh, yeah, we're doing DBO. That's Sherry in my Miami office. We have to do DBO, WDBO Orlando. Sunday night, 7 o'clock. Tweet at Grant Cardone, hashtag Cardone Zone. You're in the zone. Are you sick of just getting by, of saving your whole life and then finding out you don't have enough? You don't have enough. The middle class is getting crushed, and the Cardone Zone is going to show you how to protect yourself. This is Grant Cardone in the Cardone Zone. Good morning. It's Friday. Are you not satisfied with your finances? Are you not satisfied? You're not satisfied?
No.
Are you not satisfied with your career, your job, your future? Look, if you're not completely satisfied, you're just like me, because I'm not satisfied. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone, where we help you with your finances, your career, with your future, man, so you can have the things you want. There's so many people that are not getting what they want today. I have Candy with me today.
Hey.
You know, I woke up this morning, Candy, like I get up early, and I wake up. I try to spend some time with the kids, some bonding time with both Sabrina and Scarlett. I changed little Scarlett, cleaned her up real good. And then I go get my first workout. I try to get a workout in this morning, and I'm addicted, as you probably know, to watching the stock market and CNBC. So I'm on the treadmill. I'm watching the guys on CNBC every morning. And I got to tell you, I'm watching the stock market go up for the last, 10 days in a row. It's been going up for the last 2 years. And I find myself getting just freaking hostile. I'm like, oh my God, I missed 100% upside here. It went from 9,000 to under 7,000 actually to 14,000. I'm finding myself getting all emotional, and I'm like, oh my God, I should have bought Visa. I had Visa at $82. It's $170 today, or $168 or something. Google, could have bought Google at like $200. I could have loaded up on Goldman Sachs when it went to 91. It's $155 today. Lazy Boy, I was buying at 8. I bought it at 8 and bought a ton of it. And all I can think about on that treadmill is I'm sitting there running on a treadmill thinking, because it's at like $18 today. I'm like, I should have bought 4 or 5 times more than I bought. And then I have a moment of sanity. And I'm like, you know what? The stock market is a sucker's game. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I know everybody's got their attention. The stock market is a sucker's game, okay? And I'm telling you, it's a trap. And this is what I want for you, because I'm concerned about all the people that I know right now that are looking at the market, listening to it every day, hearing how it's been on a 10-day winning streak, string of gains since 1996, like late 96. It's just been going up if you go back and look at the old charts. It's ended at a record high the last 3 or 4 days. The S&P took a late day run yesterday. It's at a closing high, or just 2 points away. The 30 stocks in the Dow Jones Industrial have been setting records since last week. And I'm concerned. For me, I'm concerned about my own finances. I'm concerned about you, Candy. I'm concerned about my friends, because I hear everybody saying, hey, is now the time to get in. That's what I want to tell you, okay? Do not buy into the stock market. And if you're in it, get out, and get out today. Cash out now. And I'm going to make a case for that. I'm going to tell you why you need to get out of this thing. I know how tempting it is. I'm tempted every day. I watch it. I got a phone right here sitting with me. I have all these stocks I watch constantly, okay? I'm a loser no matter what I do. If I buy, I don't buy enough. If I buy low, it keeps going lower. If I buy high, it keeps going lower. I don't know when to get out. Even when I have a gain, I didn't buy enough of it. So here's some facts, okay? Here's what the media will tempt you with. U.S. equities have accelerated their run higher without a major consolidation since the start of last year. Consolidation means it hadn't pulled back. There's going to be a pullback, folks. And it appears that the economy's improving. It does appear to be that, okay? Housing's improving a little bit. Automobile industry's improving. The consumer's spending more money. Whether they have any more money, I don't know, but it appears that way. The Fed continues to feed the government with free money, basically. Fund flows have reversed direction. What that means is this: the money markets, where my money sits in what's called a money market at the bank, or your money sits in a money market, is starting to reverse trends and come out of the money markets and move into stocks. And that's why stocks are going up, is because there's no place for money to go right now. 3 months into this year, the Dow has shot up 11%. That means if you had $10,000 in the Dow Jones Industrials at the beginning of the year, that $10,000 would be worth 11% more. So you'd be worth $11,100. You would have made $1,100. Okay. So what does this tell you? Look, you should have bought Walt Disney. It's at a record lifetime high. International Business Machines, IBM, record lifetime highs. But did you?
No.
Probably not. Were you buying stocks in 2009? Were you buying stocks in 2009? When it was crushed, when we were under, 9,000? Were you? See, I told you just 3 or 4 weeks ago, avoid Apple. I'd save you 50%. When Facebook came public, I said, avoid Facebook, just to tell you when I was right. I saved you not only 60% of your money, but I saved you the terror that would have been inflicted on you buying Facebook for $34, watching it crawl to 17 or 18. I saved you not just money, but I saved you the terror, because you know what? When you have that kind of loss, you are not going to be a good papa when you get home that night, because you're terrified at this loss. This loss inflicts damage, emotional damage. Look, I'm not a professional investor. I'm a practical, everyday guy that started with nothing, that has worked for 30 years to try to put a little something together, to try to build a business. I am as tempted by the stock market and quick gains and watching my money double or triple as probably you are. But neither of us, you nor me, are equipped. We don't have the knowledge. We don't have the risk aversion. We don't have the discipline. We don't have the inside track. And most of us don't have enough money. Most of you don't have enough money to make a big enough gain to actually warrant the risk you take. Look, most Americans do not belong in the stock market. Most Americans, I would say 75% of all the people, maybe 85%, maybe even 90% of all people invested in the stock market, 401s, KIOs, mutual funds, do not belong in the stock market. And this is why. Look, if you weren't invested in buying in the stock market on March 2nd, 2009, the stock market, that's just 4 years ago. 4 years ago this month. Just 4 years ago this month, the stock market had gone from 13,000 to 6,626. It had dropped 7,000 points. If you weren't buying the stock market on that day, the last thing you would be doing, if you didn't have the guts and the courage and the money to buy when it was 6,626, then you're insane buying it today. You don't have the guts. I didn't have the guts. I couldn't do it. I was too scared. I'm like, where's the bottom at? Okay. Look, if you don't have the stomach for it, you don't have the stomach for it. Just admit it and find out what you do have the stomach for. You don't work 40 hours a week or 50 hours a week. Some of you working 60 and 70 hours a week, taking care of 2 kids, putting them through school, taking care of the house, making your payments. You're not the guy that's getting foreclosed on, walking away from your stuff, your debts and your obligations. Look, if you don't have the risk appetite to stay in when it's ugly, dude, the last thing you want to do is buy it when it's topping out. This is how markets make money. It sucks retail investors, little guys like me and you, little guys and gals like me and you. It sucks us in. That's what it's doing right now. And I'm not saying it's not going to go up. I think it will. It whipsaws us back and forth. We buy, then we sell. Who's that generating fees for? It's generating fees for the machine called Wall Street. See, the guys on Wall Street win either way. Now, with all that said, I have to tell you, the market, I believe the market will go up. So just take today's date. What's today's date?
The 15th.
The 15th. Okay, Grant Cardone said on March 15th, the stock market will go up and probably will go up another 5 or 10%. But it could also pull back 15 or 20 or 25%. And if it does, let's say you invest $5,000 today and it goes up 15%. What'd you make? You made $750.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how's that going to change your life? See, that's the first thing you need to sit down and say, I got $5,000 I'm going to invest in the stock market. I'm going to buy these 3 or 4 stocks, or I'm going to buy this mutual fund. I'm going to invest $5,000. It's going to go up 15%. Not going to happen. That means it would have gone up 25% this year. Okay. Not going to happen. But let's say it did. You make $750. It doesn't change your life. But what if it goes down 25% in that same period of time from 5,000 to 3,700? You know what you're going to do? You're going to bail. You're going to sell. You're going to lose your $1,200 and you're out of the deal. If you would have invested money, because I know some of you are thinking, yeah, but I need to be a long-term investor. If you would have invested in the Dow Jones Industrial in 1958, the year that I was born, would you have made a lot of money?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you'd have gotten rich, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The Dow Jones Industrial in 1958 was I think it was 3,500 or just under 3,500. Today it's up, it's 14,000. That means my money would have gone up 4 times in 50 years. That's not a lot.
Not a lot. No.
Not a lot at all, okay? But what if I bought in 1958 and I got scared in 2009 when it sold? I would have only doubled my money. Look, there's a lot of other ways to double your money that I'm going to be talking about in the show today. There's a lot of other ways for you to double your money without being at the risk, being in control, knowing what you're doing, and being on the inside and making sure that you're going to make money. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Stay with me. I'm going to come back and show you some alternatives to the stock market that you and your spouse have to know about.
The following.
So what I'm telling you, those of you follow me on Ustream and Google, look, I'm not against the stock market. I'm not going to go into what I would be investing in. I'm also not going to suggest to you that I'm not invested in the stock market. But what I'm telling you is this. This is not where you need your attention today. You need your attention on your job, your career, making yourself great at the thing you do. Invest money in yourself.
You just said do.
Do. And don't play this game, man. It's a trap. Okay. It's a trap because the problem is you're going to diversify. Why do you think Wall Street tells people to diversify? So that you own a whole bunch of stuff. You know, look, the right thing to do is not to diversify. You want to pick one great stock that you know for sure is going to go up and put everything you got in that one thing.
But that is way too risky.
So is the other one because you don't know what you're doing because you can't get enough gains. You're going to have 4 losers and 1 winner.
Yeah, but it's too scary to just put all your eggs in one basket. How many times have you heard that your whole life?
When I got married, I put all my eggs in one basket with my marriage. I put all my eggs in my basket with 2 kids.
That's true.
Okay. I put all my eggs in my basket in my religion.
Okay.
I put all my eggs in my basket with my clients. I don't have offices in 10,000 places. I got one office, set that one up and make sure it works. I don't diversify everything. So look, don't believe everybody. Everybody's got an agenda. Everybody's got an agenda. The 401k and the Keogh that you're invested in, who did that help the most? Did it help middle-class America the most, or did it help Wall Street the most?
Wall Street.
It helped Wall Street the most.
In 2008 or 9, everybody pulled out
because
got hurt.
No, because the Keogh basically was such an encouraging thing to do because I get to save taxes today. So everybody, millions of people, okay, legislation was formed for the 401 and the Keogh, okay, and the IRA. So millions, hundreds of millions of people would invest money in the stock market that became trapped, that you actually get penalized if you take out. So that captured a lot of money for Wall Street to be able to manage for the next 50 years or 100 years. I know it's tempting. Before you invest money in the stock market, get great at your game. Get great. You don't like that. You don't like that idea. You want to invest in it, don't you? You like that, huh? No, you don't?
No, I'm excited to hear what you're going to suggest, though, instead. I hope you are planning on saying
Oh, no, we're going to end the show right here. Hey, you guys follow me on Ustream and Google+. Thank you so much. You guys on Twitter, I'm at Grant Cardone. This is the Cardone Zone, hashtag Cardone Zone. You can ask your questions there. There's an app that we just came out with called Close the Sale app. Man, that's a bad image of it, but it's $4.99 from $30. Okay, it's $4.99 for a limited time. For those of you, my clients, those of you follow me on Twitter and Google Plus and on Ustream, you can download it at your app store or on Google Play. It's only $4.99 for a limited period of time. It hit number 4 on iTunes yesterday. We think we can get it to number 1. With your help, I can. And also on Google Play, we're going to see how low it goes today.
How low can you go? Base.
Yeah, man. This chick she's freaking today. She is freaking today. Okay, let's see what my questions are on Twitter. I got 25 new interactions here. Get your mindset on dominating by Montana Ruark Staging Tools at Staging Tools. We got David Sabalski here. We got Brad Thompson here. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Southeast Spending.
Right.
We're back. I got to go.
Mic's open.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. You're in the Cardone zone. We're talking about your money, your finances, your career. We're talking about how can you stand out in the marketplace and get your share. If you're not satisfied with where you're at, with your income, your wealth, if you're not satisfied with where you're at in your career, or maybe you own a business and you're not satisfied, you're in the right place. The Cardone Zone's about getting you in that place where you're winning at everything. My number here is 888-454-3378. I'm talking about the stock market. I'm telling you, get out of this trap. It is a trap. It is like betting. You're sitting there, hey man, red keeps coming up on that roulette wheel, okay? And you're walking past it. You know better than this. You know better than to bet on that roulette wheel. You're like, red, man. There's a whole mob of people standing around. Oh my God, red's run 21 times. And you're like, you know not to put money on that freaking wheel. But you can't help yourself, can you? You get all jacked up. The first time you lay money on red, bam, black shows up. Or worse, you win 3 or 4 or 5 rounds or 20 rounds. but you don't know when to take it off the table, do you? Easy come, easy go. And that's the stock market. Okay, I'm telling you, get out. Do not get tempted. Do not have this mob behavior.
So you're saying the stock market is like a major gambling ring?
Well, for most people it is, okay, because you don't know when to take off. You don't know when to get out. You see, I know how tempting it is, but let's be practical for a second. Let's say you invest that $5,000. Let's say it goes up 10%. Now your $5,000's worth $5,500. My first question to you is, did that change your life? Second question, would you be better to invest that $5,000 in your business or your brand? Right? Number three, when do you take the money off? When do you say, you know what, I'm going to take my $5,500 back. I'm selling. And then what are you going to do? You're going to go look for another freaking roulette wheel. See, you're not in control of the game. You don't know what's going on. And what happens if heaven forbid, some crazy event way beyond your control, because as I tell you every week, bad things do happen to good people. Okay? Bad things happen to Christians. Bad things happen to people that pray. Bad things happen to people that never do bad things. What happens if there's another big event like 9/11? The week after you invested your $5,500, boom, your $5,500 is worth $2,700 now. And you need the money and you're scared. So you're going to sell. See, it's not going to work for you, all right? It's not going to work. You should invest that money in you. What should you do other than the stock market? I'm going to handle that. But first, I want to take Jerry's call from California. Jerry, what's your question?
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon, Grant. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. I'm calling with a general question on how to improve my situation. I hear everything you're saying about the stock market, and I do agree. And my position on it is, the more I learn about it, the more I realize I don't know enough about it to invest in it. But I want to segue into my question here. Is my career is in sales.
Yes.
That's what I want to. That's what I'm doing, and I'm in a situation now where I feel I'm still the new guy in my organization. And I'm coming into an organization where I feel like the territory is already spoken for.
Okay. And what's your business? What business are you in?
I'm in auto sales.
Okay, good. Look. Here's the deal. Okay, I understand. I was in auto sales. I went into an environment. If you're new, you're new. Everybody's going to be new at something. The territory is not spoken for. I don't care how much these guys act like it's spoken for. Dude, look. Nobody owns retail. So what you got to do, Jerry, is you got to take a position that you're going to be great there, not average. Because the only territory in autos that is absolutely possessed is average. You got to get great at it. You got to be the first one there, the last one to leave. You got to be the most committed. You got to learn your game. And you got to create your own traffic. I mean, the one place where you could really excel in autos is go generate your own traffic and don't wait at the dealership for people to come to you. And I would tell that to anyone in retail. You know, just like Jerry, you're not going to, and Jerry made a great point here. He's like, I know enough to know that I don't know enough about the stock market to invest in the stock market. Invest that same money in your career, getting a receptionist or a secretary or somebody to assist you and follow up and generate your own traffic. Thank you, Jerry, so much for your call. I appreciate that. See, he's telling you what you should be doing, which is invest in your career.
So he could generate his own traffic by sending out his own tweets. Hey, come see me at blah, blah, blah.
He could go out and visit people. He could invest that. Let's say he had $5,000 to invest in the stock market. He could invest in his own branding. He could use LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. He could go out and actually visit people. He could write a book about how to buy a car. Okay, and deliver it out in paperback or send out links to it or do an ebook, which would even be cheaper. But the point is, all of you out there, before you invest money in the stock market, I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Yeah, because that $5,000 that he had to invest could easily lead to, like you said earlier, this earlier caller, to $200,000 that this other salesperson generated a year. And you said he was a salesman.
Exactly. He's better off investing money and making his career better. so that he can go out and make 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 in a week. Okay. Look, this is what you need to think about. I'm going to invest. Let's say you got $50,000 to invest in the stock market. Okay. But are you good at that? Ask yourself, are you any good at investing? Okay. Is the deck stacked in your favor or against you? Okay. Are you going to really diversify that 50 grand? Are you going to diversify it? If it's only 5,000 and you diversify, what's the upside? Well, it might be the next Google. Yep. More than likely, it is not going to be the next Google. Okay. The only thing Googling is going to be you like a little crybaby because you lost your money. I'm just giving you the heads up, folks. I cannot tell you how many mistakes I have made in the stock market. And I've made mistakes in business. But the difference is when I make a mistake at my company, I can fix it. When I make a mistake on Wall Street, there ain't no fixing it. So here's some alternatives. First, I would tell you, invest the money in your career. Invest the money in your business. And Jerry is selling retail products where he works. He is still the owner of his company within a company. So he needs to think like a company. First thing I would do is I would invest that money in your company or your brand. The second thing, if you're looking for passive income, invest in real estate rental properties, okay? Either single family homes or a duplex, 2 units or 4 units, or the more the merrier. This is a great way to generate income that's stable and that will be predictable into the future. The beautiful thing about rental real estate is no technology. I was with an extremely wealthy man just 3 days ago here in Miami. And he says, hey, why are you investing in real estate? I said, one reason. No technology will ever replace an apartment building. This guy is extremely wealthy. And he's like, dude, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. It's stable income, okay? Yes, it will require some work, but it's another way. If you put $5,000 to buy a house for $5,000, which you can in America, you can rent that for a couple hundred, $300, $400, $500 a month. Stay with me. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. All right, you're in the zone. Tweet Cardone Zone, hashtag Cardone Zone, Grant Cardone, at Grant Cardone. We got to get Candy. We got to get you a
I know,
Twitter
we
handle,
said that
right?
last time.
What would your handle be? I got to find something for you later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got Randy until we figure out maybe it's Candy Stick. I got to see if Twitter's got Candy Stick available. I doubt it.
Or Candy Cane or Candy
Cane. John R. Hopkins is following me. Thank you. Randy Hilarski, Hilarski. Christy Thompson, Derek Simons, J.R. Batchelor, Montana Rourke, New Car Mark. Maybe that's the gentleman that called in from California. Mohammed Nur Farhan. Hey, tweet your question. I got Nick Papastakis, Takanakis. Sorry, man, this is tough. Pappy1125 on Twitter. That's some of you that are following me on Twitter. I appreciate it. Tweet my handle at Grant Cardone, Cardone Zone. You can ask a question there. Also, we just came out with our app, Close the Sale app, available on Androids and on iTunes for iPhones. I'm about to get rid of my iPhone for a Droid, by the way. I told you, leave Apple stock alone. I got to say I was right,
You're abandoning your iPhone 5 that you just got.
I know. I might. I like the big faces on these new phones. You're using an iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Candy.
You're the one that convinced me to switch from BlackBerry years ago to the iPhone.
Yeah. Well, that didn't take a lot of convincing since I paid for it. Okay, so I appreciate you guys following me so much. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. You can call me at 888-454-3378. This Sunday night, 3378. You see that? John Hamlin's probably watching this right now. This Sunday night, WDBO in Orlando will be doing our first show.
Orlando, way to go.
If we don't get pushed off for
They're
a Heats
getting
game or something.
the grant bomb dropped in on Orlando.
Yeah, they don't even know what's going to hit them, okay?
Damn.
So if you're in Orlando, Tampa, if you're in a marketplace where you can grab DBO, man, I really appreciate if you tune in and post or talk about me coming.
Can they call in?
Probably can call in. I don't have a phone number right now, so don't get me don't get me all jacked up. Hey, some mistakes I just want to share with you before we leave this topic on investing. How much time do I have?
3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a couple of mistakes I've made with investing. For those of you who might want to consider doing it, just because you're going to have some money at some point, enough money to where you're like, hey man, I got $100,000, sitting around, or, I'm willing to invest this money and play with it. But here's some things you need to know that I would suggest and then some mistakes that you want to avoid before doing so. Number one, know the company, the product, and the competition. Okay. Anytime I've invested in companies I understand and know, I don't get hurt. Like just simple companies that can't be erased. The second part of that
So this is don't eat chocolate, but if you are going to eat chocolate.
Yeah, don't eat chocolate, but if you are going to eat chocolate, dude, eat some dark Godiva, okay? You got to go dark chocolate. So that's a good point. Buy companies that cannot be made extinct, okay? So you got to be careful here because there's a lot of temptation with new technology to buy companies, invest in companies that might not even be around tomorrow. Okay. First thing I think of is MySpace. Boom, gone. Hot. Bye. Okay. I mean, something I love right now is Pandora. Pandora stock, but Pandora is going to wipe iTunes out, or iTunes got to change their model. It's crazy to think about that.
Yep.
It's crazy to think that, Apple in a few years might go away. I know that's unbelievable. Oh, they got $160 million. 2/3 of their money is overseas. It's not coming back to America. Okay. So here's the mistakes I've made. I buy recommendations, mistake. Don't know what I'm buying. Don't know what I'm buying, mistake. Don't put stops in so that when it drops, I'm out. I hold it too long, mistake. I buy on the way down, tempting. Been a mistake for me every time. I get scared and blow out, and I hold losers too long. Okay.
And when you do win, quote unquote, then you get upset because you didn't win enough.
Oh yeah, totally. I never put enough in, man. I never put enough in.
Or you went out too early.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, we're back in 30 seconds. I'm Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. My number's 888-454-3378. Man, they got to give me a new index card, Candy. I got to get something better than this, man. Am I better than that? Huh?
Oh, you are better than that.
Mic's open.
Hey, if you're not satisfied with your job, your career, your finances, if you're not satisfied with the direction of your monies, you're in the right place. It's called the Cardone Zone. My name's Grant Cardone, and I got to tell you, I wake up every day scared. I'm going to tell you a little secret about Grant. I wake up every day scared. Every day I wake up. My wife asked me.
I do not believe that for a second.
It's true. I wake up concerned. My wife asked me, why are you always like, there's not enough? Why are you operating like we have it so good? We're doing so well. I'm like, look, I'm scared. I'm concerned. I'm worried. What am I worried about? I'm worried about my company every day. I'm worried about my products. I'm worried about my product sales. I'm worried about being wiped out by some new technology. I'm worried about my brand every day. I'm worried that not enough people know me. I'm worried about my own job. I own 3 companies. And I got to tell you, I'm worried about my own position in my own companies. Because I know all of us should be concerned about our futures. Look, am I being paranoid here? Do you think I'm being paranoid?
Well, according to the TV and the news, no.
No, look, I'm ready for change. Are you? See,
Yes.
I stay ready. And the only way to stay ready is to be on your tiptoes. And the only time you're on your tiptoes is when you're a little concerned. So I'm staying in that posture like, okay, can I pivot?
Like
Am I
Muhammad
nimble?
Ali.
Can I move? Can I make my,
Can you sting like a bee?
I want to be scared. People that tell me, oh, no, I'm not scared of nothing. Then, dude, you're unconscious. Do y'all know what's happening? We got a global economy. Jobs are being shipped overseas. How about this? You work at TSA and you're part-time now. You didn't know that was coming? It's called sequestration. Okay? You didn't know that was coming. Could your job be replaced by China? Could your job be replaced by technology?
Robot.
Exactly, by a robot. Could your job, the job you have right now, be replaced by a company that fails and it's out of your control? Could your job be replaced because your company, your owner sells your business and the new group comes in and blows everybody out? Look, the world is changing. It's changing every day. And you need to be in your car right now with your palms sweating on your steering wheel, scared. Stay ready for change. Most of the time, the things that happen to you are out of your control. They're not within your control. I say it, bad things happen to good people. Look, bad things, hundreds of millions of people were affected in this last downturn in 2009, had nothing to do with them. How many people watched their home values drop in half and they made every one of their payments? But the guys on both sides of them got foreclosed on. Their house went black. The grass starts growing around it. The paint starts chipping off the house. Nobody's in it. Vagrants start taking over the neighborhood. And your property value dropped. At the same time, your company started laying people off and you were one of them. And you were the top third of the producers, but you still got laid off. See, this sequestration, this recent sequestration is a perfect example of people that thought they had secure jobs. Postal people, look what's happening to the postal office. Guy's making $60 an hour. He's worried right now. And he should be.
So what should we do?
Watch. TSA, White House staff. How about all those White House staff people that thought they were going to be all golden? Okay? Or park rangers. These are good people, folks. These aren't bad people. These are good people just like me and you, but budget cuts came. Are there more to come? Do you think there's going to be more budget cuts? Do you really think the rich people can fund the U.S. government? I'm worried for you. And if I'm worried for you and you're not worried for you, we got to disconnect here, okay? I need you to get worried about your career, about your job. If you're the vice president of your company, you need to stay worried. You need to right now to be making your brand brilliant, okay? I'm going to take a call from Connie, and then I want to come back and talk about exactly what you have to do to be ready in this market. Connie, what's your question?
Well, you kind of just went over everything I was going to ask you. Because my husband had his own business. He kind of went backwards. And then he closed in 2008 when everything was starting to tank. So now he's working with another company, and he just can't decide, is it safer to stay with this company or just go back on his own? He knows he can make it on his own. It was in construction, and construction took such a big hit.
Yeah, right.
He gets nervous, he gets scared, all these things that you're saying, but, his own company really didn't save him either, but he definitely has that to fall back on because he can do the physical business himself.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's torn.
Yeah,
Just
so,
can't decide.
well, look, everybody should be scared right now. And I'm not talking about being like, look, when I drive my car down the interstate, I'm alert. Now,
Right.
my wife doesn't think I'm alert, but I know everything that's going on around me. I want to get out in front. I want to stay ahead. I want to get to the place soon. When I'm going to an appointment, I'm always worried I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be late. So when I'm in business or working for somebody else, even when I worked for another company, when I was 29, I was working for another company. Every day I went to work scared. Hey, can I keep my job here? Well, the best way to keep your job where you're at is to be so good that the company is actually dependent upon you. And I would just tell you, Connie, if that company is not dependent on him, like if they can't do without him, he needs to make one or two decisions. Either become that guy where he's actually the hinge in the door, where the company needs him more than he needs them, or he needs to go out on his own.
Yeah, and I hear you, and they do need him. They opened up a whole division for him, but it's like you were saying, there's still no guarantee. What if something comes up and that takes over his position? It's like
what's interesting is we have the lowest self-employment in the history of the United States right now. We have fewer people going out on their own than at any other time in the history of the United States of America. People are scared to go on their own because they think, hey, I'm going to work for this company and I'm safe. You ain't safe.
Yeah.
I did a TV show for National Geographic about business, and I'm like, this is the most dangerous show you guys got on. Don't worry about jungles and lions and gorillas and tigers, piranhas. The great white sharks got nothing on Main Street business. It is lethally dangerous out there. It doesn't care about your color, your race, your religion, how good you are, how you dress. It will freaking take you, tear your head off, eat you, gobble you up, throw you out, and it doesn't care how many kids you got at home that are dependent on you.
Yeah, and even though he wasn't even scared the first time he opened his business, and he would be more confident now to do that, even though that's a scary thing, that's less scary than staying with the company. There's no guarantee.
I agree. So I would just tell him, thank you, Connie, for that. That's great input for everybody. And my suggestion is,
that's going back again to what you were saying earlier, taking that money and investing it in your own brand, your own product, and
at least I'm in control.
That's right.
I worked for another company when I was 29. I don't know what this guy's going to do. The guy was a whack. You know, the guy was nuts. Brilliant. He was brilliant. Half of him was brilliant, and the other half of him was a complete whack job. Okay? So what did I do? I risked and went out on my own. What happened? My income dropped.
At first?
4 times.
Oof.
I went from making over $100,000 a year to $30,000 a year.
That's not encouraging.
Sometimes going out on your own means you're going to have a pay cut. Sometimes going with the right company means you're not going to get the big salary, but you might get the big opportunity. So this is my tips for you on how to stay job ready. This is what I want you to do. I want you to stay job ready. I would tell Sherry at my office, Sherry's like somebody I depend on so much. My COO, John Lamb at my office, who's my chief marketing officer, they both need to stay job ready because I am. I'm staying job ready every day. I don't know what's going to happen.
So just don't rest on, no. I have this great job.
What happens if my number one product, some technology comes along and wipes it out? That could happen. So I'm staying job ready all the time. My wife will tell you, my husband stays scared constantly, alert, looking around, watching, okay? This is the tips. Is your resume updated right now? It needs to be, and I've never done a resume, okay? Because I have bios. I'm a public person. I have everything I'm doing out front. But get your resume updated. If your resume is not updated, that's an immediate sign to me that you're not job ready, that you're basically going to sleep in this economy. Number 2, stay connected and create loyal friends. Look, you need people that will help you if you get whacked. You know, you want to be like the mob. You want to be able to call Joey, can you help me out, Joey?
Joey bag of donuts.
Yeah, Joey. Okay, number 3, you need to be seen everywhere. Conferences, events. You got to be seen so people are thinking about you. Number 4, keep your LinkedIn updated. Man, that's a great place to meet professionals. LinkedIn is brilliant. Stay with me. I'm going to come back and give you 3 more tips about how to make sure you're game ready all the time. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Okay, Candy's going to take a wee because she's not disciplined enough to manage her activity. Hey, this is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Thank you so much for following me every week. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are great. You're great. I believe in you. Okay. Okay, so what am I telling you right here, man? Okay, look, stay ready. Stay ready. Greater people than you and me have been whacked. Martin Luther King, John Kennedy, Jesus Christ. Stay ready. Ain't nothing wrong with a little paranoid. And I ain't talking about the kind of paranoid that comes from smoking the sticky icky. Okay, I'm talking about the paranoid, the alert paranoid, like I'm ready to go. Okay, you want to be ready, man. Tips on staying job ready. I'll cover that when we come back. Let's see where I'm at next week. I'm at Nova Southeastern University doing close the sale. If you're in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port St. Lucie, Tampa, Orlando, Naples, dude, Drive over, come to the seminar. I guarantee you, the cost is $600. I guarantee you, you'll make $6,000 that week. You want a good investment? Don't put 600 in the stock market. Come to my seminar. I will rock your life. I guarantee you. What else am I doing? Entrepreneur Magazine coming out with an article right now. If you go to where do you go to do this? Oh yeah, you go to Google, put in Grant Cardone and Entrepreneur Magazine, and 3 tips for handling negativity in the sale. And you will see a beautiful video that we did there. Sherry, now let me just tell you folks that are watching this, I am not supposed to tell you to promote you giving me reviews on Close the Sale app on Android at the Google Play Store and or iTunes. I'm not supposed to tell you that I will actually give you a gift for giving me a great rating. So because I'm not supposed to tell you that, I won't. But Close the Sale app, if you have it, own it, go there, give me a great review, okay? And I got a little gift coming for you. So much for John Lamb, at John_Lamb, telling me not to ask you for reviews, okay? Man, that's whatever you wash your hands with is.
Strong. I put on a little lotion.
Man, look.
My
folks,
hands were dry.
Look, when you go to the bathroom, okay? Don't get all that. If the soap has got a scent in it, the scent's coming from junk, okay? You don't need that.
Well, you have to wash your hands, okay? It's just what people do.
I don't wash my hands, okay? My penis is not dirty.
Disgusting.
Okay, I was in a restroom the other day. Guy says you don't wash your hands.
That is disgusting.
My penis isn't dirty.
I can't believe you're even admitting this on the radio.
My penis isn't dirty.
That is just
okay. My penis isn't dirty, and I didn't urinate on my hand anyway.
You know what? That is deplorable. I'm talking to your wife about this. She should have this under better control.
I said you didn't wash your hands. I said my penis isn't dirty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're moving
888-454-3378. Let's see. Sherry, where am I next week? Vegas, baby. Talking about the stock market.
Talking about roulette.
Where am I staying? I've never rolled roulette in my life.
Never.
But you will see me at the blackjack tables.
A little 21.
Oh, beautiful. I'm talking to Alexis next week. And then what happens? Salt Lake City, I'm doing the 10X rule workshop. We're also going to be speaking to Kawasaki this month.
How about Nova on Tuesday?
I already did that. I did that when you were in there taking a leak.
Oh, geez.
And let's see, what else? Sherry, if somebody did write a review on Close the Sale app at iTunes or the Google Play Store, and they sent us a screenshot, hypothetically, if they did that, then you know what I would like to give them? I'd like to give them a link to that Dominate DVD that we sell for $289. Padow. Huh? But that's only a hypothetical, okay? I can't promise you that. I'm not obligated to it. I'm just saying, hypothetically,
it could happen.
And if you if you get other friends to actually get Close the Sale app, I mean, you're going to have to give me a case. It's up to me whether I actually send that to you or not. How many downloads have we had? Did we have 10,000 downloads on the free app? We're coming back right now. 10,000.
10 seconds.
Prow downloads of Close the Sale app. Why? And people raving reviews on this thing. Stay with me, Grant Cardone. Phone number, call in if you want to talk to me, 454-3378.
Mike's open.
Hey, are you satisfied? I hope not. Are you scared? I hope so. You should be. I'm telling you.
Now.
Stay ready, man. You want to stay ready. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone zone. My number's 888-454-3378. And I'm telling you, you need to stay job ready. You think your job is secure? Really? Do you? Are you sure? Do you know what your boss is thinking about right now? Do you know maybe he's going to sell, or maybe he's tired, or maybe he's out of the game? Do you know? If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
And what I want to do you know if China's going to come whack your jobs out because they're going to take them, or some other country's going to say, hey, we'll do it over here? Do you know? Do you know if you're making money there or losing money, if your company's making or losing money? And maybe you don't know. Do you know if some new technology could actually, you remember the ATMs? ATMs before ATMs were what? Tellers.
Yeah, that's
Those people
right.
had jobs.
That's right. You drove through and you put.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah, how you doing, Sarah? Hey, here, I want some
Mm-hmm.
money. I need some money. Sarah ain't there no more. Sarah what did she do wrong?
That's
She
right.
had 2 kids, man. Her 2 kids were going to school. She was pounding 40 hours a week. She showed up early. She stayed late. She did everything. She was a loyal employee of Bank America, and she still lost her job. What's she doing now? She's flipping burgers, okay? Minimum wage. You want to live on that? You know, you want to go from $8 to or $7.25 to $9? Is that going to, you should be paranoid. You should be sick with fear every day. On your tippy toes, you and your spouse on your tippy toes, with your kids on their tippy toes, saying, hey, let's look for opportunity. Let's make ourselves great. This is my tips. Here's my tips for you being and staying job ready. Number 1, resume updated. Keep it updated. Number 2, stay connected to and create loyal friends. Who are your friends? Who can help you? You have to stay connected with them constantly. 3, be seen at conferences and events. People ask me, why do you speak so much? Why do you go around the country? Oh, because I love leaving my family. I like getting on a plane. I like standing in line. I like sleeping in strange hotels.
You like taking your shoes off at the airport?
Yeah, I love taking my shoes off at the airport. No, you know why I do this?
No, it's because you like the pat down.
Because I need to be seen at conferences and events so people are talking about me. Because if they're not talking about me, they're not talking about me. If they're not talking about me, they're not thinking about me. 4, keep your LinkedIn updated. If you're not on LinkedIn using it right now, what are you thinking, man? That's where all the professionals go for careers, resumes, jobs. Great place to stay connected. Number 5, become a celebrity in your space. You know, Connie called in about her husband. And Connie said that her husband, that company is dependent upon him. Here's where he's dropped the ball, though. He hasn't yet become a celebrity in the construction space. So not only does his company need him, but the industry that he's in is actually talking about him. Because if you can get the industry to talk about you, then you become more valuable where you work and you become more valuable to the industry. Speak at conferences. Don't just show up at them. That's how you become a celebrity. Write books. Write a book. Why can't you write a book? Hell, if I can write a book, you can write a book.
What about a blog?
Write a blog. Blog's a great idea. A blog is actually, writing a blog every day is a way to write a book over time. Number 6, stay connected to power. I was telling my wife the other night, I'm not going to give you their names now, but Mark, Charlie, okay, Aaron, and Tim. 4 guys that worked for me. They were connected to a guy where all his companies were going straight up like this. Not straight up, but like they were going horizontally up. If horizontally up is an actual term, it's not. But I was in power and they disconnected from me. All 4 of those people, 2 of which came back later, 2 of which just fell off completely. They disconnected from somebody that was in power, man. Look, when you're hooked in with somebody that is on a power train, that they're moving, they're making the right moves, do not disconnect from those people. Become valuable, okay? Number 7, big tip. If you're doing good things in your community, in your industry, at your workplace, you have to make those things known, okay? You have to let people, you have to toot your own horn. If you're not blowing your own horn, nobody's going to hear it. Nobody will know. People say, Grant, why do you promote so much? I have to let people know the things I'm doing. Why? That breaks through obscurity. It makes me more valuable. People start talking about me. Make your good works known. See, the things that I look for in employees are the same things that other people look for, okay? What am I telling you here? Stay ready. Make yourself more valuable. What I look for in employees are these things. Does that person bring revenue? Does that person bring revenue? Does that person see a project through until there's money? It's not just ideas I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guy in my office that says, I got an idea, it will be revenue, and he sees it all the way through. That person becomes very valuable to me. That's how you become valuable at your company. The number one way to become valuable is to produce more revenue for your company than any other person. Don't just do a job, bring revenue in. Figure out, hey boss, I got this friend of mine who's connected to our industry. Maybe you're in a print shop, and I'm not the salesman here, and I don't run the sales force, but I got a friend. He's my cousin, my uncle, my nephew, whatever, and they do printing, and I can get a meeting with you and them. See, even though you're not selling the client, you're not going to negotiate the deal. You're assisting in the generation of revenue. Now, see that project through. Don't just have an idea. Oh, my uncle's got a place, they need printing. No, man, hook up the meeting, get the appointment, see it through, sit them down, make them comfortable until you actually see it all the way through. You don't have to be a salesperson to do that. You just got to connect dots. Number 2, expansion. When I see somebody that can show me ways to expand, I don't care if he's been there 2 days. It doesn't matter. They become more valuable. Show me a market that I can expand to. I'll probably get 20 requests a week. Hey, Grant, I want to come work for you. No, dude, quit telling me you want to come work for me. Bring me some expansion. Bring it to me. Lay it down at my feet and I will hire you. Number 3, solutions. What's a valuable employee to me? People that bring solutions, not problems. Solutions, not problems. I don't need problems. I don't need to know where oh, Grant, you didn't have this right on your page. Fix it. Number 4, dedication and commitment. You know what that looks like? Showing up early, staying late, doing the extra stuff, being available on the weekends, and be a team player. Number 5, be a team player that's thinking about how I think and how I act. Be able to predict what Grant's going to do. Know me so well, not that you're a yes man. Know me so well that you know, oh, he forgot his book or he forgot his bag or he needs this. Then you're valuable. Folks, stay paranoid. Stay scared. You need to be, baby. You're not in charge of the global economy. You can't control the weather. So the way to do that is get great. Stay in the game. Be better than anybody else. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Thank you so much for spending your Friday with me. All right. This Church of Grant, baby.
Church of Cardone.
Church of Cardone, okay? Thank you so much, all of you on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Ustream. Oh, thank you so much for showing up today, man. Without you, I wouldn't be me, man.
Yummy.
If there wasn't an audience, Candy,
I think you'd still do this anyway.
Oh, wow. You're a freak. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. I hope you take the tips. This will be up on YouTube here in a second, Cardone Zone.
But I will second that. Your fans are incredible.
Yeah. She's trying to make up with me right now, okay?
I'm trying. I gotta keep myself. Ooh.
Too late.
Gotta stay valuable.
Close the sale app if you haven't hooked up on that yet. It's at your app store, iTunes App Store, $4.99, limited time. That was a $30 app yesterday. It's $4.99. Okay, it's in the top 5 right now on iTunes. Google Play, it just hit. It's $4.99 there. Take advantage of it. You're my friend. You've been following me. You've been supporting me. You're a client. I want to be in exchange with you. This will go back up later on, back to the $30 price. I really appreciate your business. Anything I can do to help you, help your family, help your company, if you write in to Sherry, SHERI at grantcardone.com. If I can help you in any way, I'm happy to. If I can assist you or your business in any way, if I can speak at one of your events, let us know. Also, schools, high schools and colleges. Okay, I have 10 spaces left in 2013 to speak to high schools and colleges, and I'll do it for free. So if you have a high school or college you want me to come out and speak to, I'd love to do that for you in your kid's school or your kid's college. Thanks a lot, Grant Cardone. Have a freaking killer weekend. Thanks, Candy.
Yeah.